Entering current franchises screen, you have 2 options. You have 4 options. Franchise, offline save is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Choose scout. Play season. Hyungyu. Entering weekly strategy pop-up. You have not finished up your. Entering regular season week 16 screen. Entering weekly strategy regular season week 16 screen. You have 4 options. Weekly gun plan goal is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Choose place. You have 4 options. Entering team select screen. The Atlanta Falcons, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gautin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out. Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending, because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's first and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense has been sustaining a nice, long, successful drive here. Now they're looking to finish it off. First and goal in the red zone. Now it's Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Levi Onwuzurike brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now left side on the swing pass. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of gut.
This defense, he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah,
for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they certainly have the green light here. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. It's Patterson complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Midfield now. Here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down. Ryan. And he's got this down to the 35. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. It would be about a 54-yard field goal, but instead this offense has elected to go for it on fourth. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets in. Situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
For it on first and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion.
And they're setting up here for the onside kick. They need this football. Now can the receiving team thwart that from happening? And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's
fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide. It's a two-score game in the fourth quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the...
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. They go play action with Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06. They'll run on first down. Anderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Stats. Finish game. Player stats. Entering screen player stats. Team debt. Team adult. Finish game. Franchise is selected. Entering player upgrades screen. You have 3 options. You have 6 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. You have 5 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 4 options. Overview is selected. You have 5 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 4 options. Overview is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. New league. Entering new screen. Entering schedule screen. You have 3 options. Entering week 15. Week 16. Week 17. Week 18. Week 17. Entering schedule screen. You have 3 options. Week 17. Entering actions pop-up. Select an action. Force home win. Week 18. Week 17. Entering schedule screen. You have 3 options. Team schedule is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen league. Entering schedule screen. You have 3. Enter. Week 17. Week 18. Entering actions pop-up. Select an action. Force home win. Week 17. Enter force away win. Entering schedule screen. You have 3 options. Team schedule. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen league. Entering warning. News. Hyungyu. News. Entering warning pop-up. You have 8 options. View playoff. Advance week is selected. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Return play season game is selected from you. Entering weekly strategy pop-up. You have not finished up your weekly. Entering regular season week 17 screen. Entering weekly strategy regular season week 17 screen. You have 4 options. Weekly gun plan goal is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Choose a draft. Advance place. You have 4 options. Entering team select screen. The Buffalo Bills, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Today, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy Bills Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis, and yes, the story... Time to see how this offense can handle the elements. First drive of the game in the snow. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Time to see how this offense can handle the elements. First drive of the game in the snow. Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This one left side caught by Patterson. That catch good for only a couple. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a 3rd down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Here's Allen to throw it. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big gain there for the Bills.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Moss. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback, his 4th. We've got an offense on the move, a red zone alert as we take you back into it with a 1st and 10 down at about the 12-yard line. Touchdown! Tajay Sharp, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, let's get back into the action. This defense up against a 1st and 10. The ball down at the 12-yard line. Allen now on 1st down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Lewican. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. As he's
coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
the best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just over 90 seconds to go in the 1st half. The offense with a football, but they have it in their own territory. On 1st down, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ryan. He's got a man. It's Tajay Sharp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Ryan on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine. This defense is going to need to come up with something extraordinary here as they're up against a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. They'll look to run with Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. His 8th. Red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. Touchdown, Bills. Tommy Sweeney, his 1st touchdown. Okay, time to hop back into this one. It's a red zone alert with a 1st and 10 upcoming down at the 13-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of them. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going. And now it's 1st and goal.
Triangle button. R1 button. Triangle button. R1 button.
Here's Ryan.
R1 button.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure. Play with nothing. That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Again, Ryan.
Yeah,
he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Ryan. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
One-score game, 7 points here in the 4th quarter. This offense, they need to get the football back on this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. 2nd and 11. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offense is executed at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slip out of guys' hands. They took care of the ball in a big way.
So for Buffalo, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With
Franchise is selected. Entering player upgrades screen. You have 5 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 4 options. Overview is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. View play. Advance week is selected. View dot. Manage roster. Players ready to negotiate is selected. Entering reassigned players screen. You have 5 options. Over. Enter. Yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 2 options. Not interested is selected. You have 4 options. Over. Enter. Yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 4 options. Over. Entering. Yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 4 options. Over. Entering. Attention. Yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 4 options. Overview. And yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 4 options. Over. And yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 4 options. Over. And yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. You don't have the salary cap room to make this offer. Restructure your offer and try again. Okay. Entering. Attention pop. Yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. You don't have the salary cap. You have 4 options. Over. And yes. Entering offer feedback screen. You have 4 options. Over. And yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. You don't have the. You have 4 options. Overview. Yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. You don't have the salary cap room to make this offer. Restructure your offer. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen. Advance. View. Advance. Home. You have 2. Next week. Choose a team meeting. Rivalry rematch is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen. Advance week play season game is selected. Team meeting. Rivalry rematch is selected.
Jones Shorty.
Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Return play season advance week play season game is selected. Home. Entering weekly strategy pop-up. You have not finished up your weekly strategy options. What would you like to do? Go. Returning from injury is selected. Entering depth chart screen. 8 rows 28. Depth 2. Depth 3. Depth 4. Depth 5. Depth. 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 Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen. Play season game. Home. Entering weekly strategy pop-up. You have not finished up your entering regular season week 18 screen. Entering objectives screen. You have 4 options. Weekly gun plan goal is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Choose a training man. Returning play season game. Home. You have 4 options. Entering team select screen. The Atlanta Falcons, the home team, are selected. Ready. View play call. Ready.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Jameis Winston and the New
In 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look. A scoreless game here early on, but how much longer will that hold up as we've got action in the red zone on 1st and 10. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons.
Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call.
A big early 3rd down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. Here's Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard as they... A big early 3rd down here for this defense as they look to hold on and force a field goal try. On 3rd down, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. John Kaminsky in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help us.
This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Six points possibly in the cards. We've got a red zone situation looming. 1st and goal. The football at the 7. Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And this... So they just got the ball off the interception. Now can this offense take advantage? Great field position, 1st and 10 in the red zone. Lions throw into the hands of Pitts here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner?
So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10. throw is Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little. And I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw again is Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Ryan to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league.
No punt team in sight here. This offense is going to go for it from their own side of the field. Now Winston on 4th down. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And with just 1 second. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going. And now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? Patterson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
R1 button. Square button.
2nd down and goal. Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete on the... It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Now Ryan. Ridley, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. On 3rd down, Davis. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. One-score game, 7 points here in the 4th quarter. This offense, they need to get the football back on this onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. Quite a bit of offense in that one with the Packers swinging back in front. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
Player stats.
So for the Falcons, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.
Finish game. You have 3 options. Franchise is selected. Entering player upgrades screen. You have 5 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 4 options. Overview is selected. You have 5 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 4 options. Overview is selected. You have 5 options. Upgrade is selected. You have 4 options. Overview is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Choose break. View play. Advance week is selected. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Advance week is selected. View playoff bracket is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hubs. Advance week. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Manage. Advance week is selected. New league entering. New screen. Entering schedule screen. You have 3 options. Week div playoff. Postseason conference selected. Entering schedule screen. You have 3 options. Playoff schedule is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hubs. X Factor database. News. News. Entering warning pop. Home you have view advance. Home you have 2 next week. Choose man. Advance week is selected. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Play Pro Bowl is selected. Press conference. Pro Bowl is selected. View. Play Pro Bowl is selected. You have 4 options. Do not currently have a defensive coordinator. Try again once your opponent signs a defensive coordinator. OK. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. View Pro Bowl roster. Choose a draft. Upgrade. Manage staff. You have 4 options. Franchise. Team scheme. Franchise staff.
Welcome to your franchise staff.
Screen,
Here you find the
options.
right coaches to hire for your staff
selected.
and upgrade them to help improve your team, both on and off the field.
Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen. Play Pro Bowl. You have 4 options. Entering error pop-up the NFC do not. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. View upgrade players. Scout view pro view scout upgrade manage roster. You have 8 depth NFL rosters. Adjust lineup. Lineup offense QB. You have 3 options. Ryan 82 overall is selected. Defense. Defensively, you have 3 options. Kaminsky 73 overall is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hubs. Advanced view. Advanced week. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. View. Upgrade. Manage. Advance week. View yearly awards. Entering 2021 annual awards screen. 10 rows, 6 columns. Left filter NFL, right filter MVP undefined. Award rank 2. Award rank 3. Award rank. Award rank 10. Award rank 1. Award rank 1. Award rank 2. Award rank 1. Award rank 2. Award rank 1. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. View play. Advance week. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. Manage. Advance week is selected. Advance week is selected. You have 2 options. Next week is selected. View 2020. Choose a players, scout, upgrade, manage, advance week is selected. Home you have two options, next week is selected. Sign free agents. Now's the time of year to try and improve your team by signing free agents. View available free agents is selected. You have 5 options. Overview is selected. You have 5 options. Overview. Entering. Yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. You don't have the salary cap room to make this offer. Generic list item. You have 4 options. Overview is enter. Yes. Entering the details screen. Generic list item. Generic list item. Generic list item. Generic list. Generic list. Generic list. Generic list. Generic list item. You have 4 options. Overview is entering. Yes. Entering the details screen. Generic list. Generic list item. Generic list item. Generic list item. You have 4 options. Overview. Enter. Yes. Entering. Attention pop-up. You don't have the salary cap room to make this offer. Restructure your offer and entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen. Advance week. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Mock draft. Choose a draft. Sign free. Scout. Manage. Staff. Advance week is selected. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Big decision. 5th year options is selected. Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Manage. Advance week is selected. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Choose view. Scout call. Advance week is home you have 2 options. Next week is selected. Start ENF. Kick off the 2022
Okay,
NFL
it's the
draft and
Lions
see
now
if
on the
you
clock.
can land the next superstar. Pause draft. Skip ahead. Home you have 4 options. Advance to end of draft. View adjust roster. Change player positions as desired before the season starts. View roster is selected. Entering roster screen. 52 rows, 62 columns. Left filter Falcons. Right filter roster undefined. Schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen. Upgrade players. Manage. Advance week is selected. Home you have 2 options. Next week is selected.
When DeMarcus Ware was selected 11th overall in the 2005 NFL Draft, he became the first Troy University player to ever be chosen in the opening round. Now, 17 years later, he's the first Trojan to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His 138.5 sacks ranked 9th all-time in NFL history. And his 9 Pro Bowl selections are tied with fellow legends like Walter Payton, Ed Reed, Derek Thomas, and John Elway. Now, DeMarcus joins them in the Hall of Fame.
Entering week schedule screen. Entering franchise hub screen home. Week upgrade. Manage. Play preseason game is selected.